going nuts today. Oh, I could go 5 more minutes, maybe?
No, let's just go right after you.
Okay, yeah.
We need to figure out like
Yeah, this is our turnaround point. Yeah. Mike and I'm recording again, just so you know.
Okay.
Mike and I have been going on hikes in the morning, but we took a week off, and I think we gotta get back onto it. He's pushing me to be faster, which is good because I go 2.3 miles per hour on average for like every single one of my trails if you look at it on all trails.
That's good.
Well, I'm consistent.
Yeah. You also factor in elevation.
Yes, it includes elevation, but considering that each of my hikes all have different levels of elevation, it's shocking that it's still consistently like 2.3 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's fine.
Fastest yet.
We did it!
Yeah.
40 minutes. Just no gremlins, surrounded by the niceties of sedentary lifestyles. I've got my vitamin D supplements, my 40 ounces of ice water, and my bowl of edamame. And I'm waiting for my manager. All right. Slack really upgraded its huddle music. 할아버지, 제가 친구 만나러 갑니다. 예.
밥은 먹었어?
친구랑 뭐 먹을 거예요.
밥은 먹고 댕겨?
예. 잘 먹고 있어요.
잘 먹고 있어?
오케이, 지금 떠납니다.
그래.
근데 지금 립스틱.
응? Oh my god. Hello.
This is 10. In 2018, 10 flew from New York to Los Angeles to go on a road trip with me, and I didn't know how to drive, and the whole point was for me to learn how to drive, and I probably drove a total of 1 hour.
It was really scary. That hour was really scary.
But it was a very I don't know, core memory, as the
It's
kids
an
say.
important part of my life, for sure. It's a very important section of my life.
Yeah. But yeah, I love these like really old books, and I would like love looking at the thing to be like, who read this?
Yeah. See the dates too.
Who read this?
I love
but
that.
the kids don't have that anymore because the catalog systems are all digital.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any books that were like mandatory reading when you were in high school or middle school that you're like, actually I was moved? Because for me that was Wuthering Heights. Like I like didn't read it while we were supposed to be reading it, and then I was like, oh, should I need to write the essay? Let me just like open up this, like I'll look at the cliff notes and then maybe like just read parts of the book that I think that I should actually read in order to write this essay. And then what happened was that I just read the entire book in one go and then wrote the essay immediately afterwards. And I was just like I was like so deeply moved by how fucked up it was. And I was like, oh yeah, we're traumatized. And,
I never read it.
oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
I mean, I reread it recently, and I
Bronte.
still, yeah, you know, Bronte's, that's my favorite hat. But, you know, it came to me at a time of, like, my own obsession. And
I don't know what it's about.
It's about obsession. Yeah.
I feel like this is not so much like super like learning how to read, but like reading Beloved, I feel like although I wasn't like obsessed with the book, I was like I'm experiencing literature right now in a way that I've never experienced literature before. Whereas like, wow, words are crazy. Like you can make words, like words are a tool in this really like exciting way that I've never experienced before.
I feel like I had a similar, like, for us, we read Song of Solomon, and I was like, damn, I feel like I'm breathing different air.
Yeah. That's like my brain.
You know, like the idea that part of reading is the collaboration of like the reader and the text, and like you're creating like this whole other world. I think for me, like the Toni Morrison of it all ended up being that I was so drawn into her world specifically that like the texture of my senses felt changed.
Yes.
And I don't think I felt that way about other fiction when I was a student.
Yeah. I think the most important book for me that I keep returning to are these Garth Nix books that I also picked because they had the best covers, the best illustrations. But it's about like a necromancer.
Yeah, Sabriel.
Yes.
I re-listened to Sabriel like not every year, like every 2 years. And I have collected the audiobooks for all of
Oh my god, great.
It's so good.
I think that's like still one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah.
But I picked it because of the cover.
Yeah.
Because it had those weird illustrations.
Incredible, beautiful, creepy covers.
Amazing covers.
Yeah.
I looked up as a husband and wife duo who were the illustrators of this, and those covers were always collaborative.
That's so cool. Sometimes you just don't choose the books choose you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I felt that way about Chaucer.
Chaucer. I'm like, who's
The
Chaucer?
Canterbury Tales.
The Canterbury. I was talking to my dad about this today. So anyway, what? Tell me about you and Chaucer.
The Miller's Tale is the one
Remember?
okay.
Someone fell out of a window. Right?
Okay, it's the one where this guy is like pursuing this woman and he's like, come and kiss me, and she's like, sure, and then her lover sticks his ass out the window.
Yes. I know that.
Okay, the reason why like that, because I was like fully prepared to just like half-ass reading Chaucer, but then I laughed so hard while I was reading The Miller's Tale that I was like, oh shit, like back then they also had a sense of humor. Like it suddenly made like literature accessible to me, I think, because I was like, that's so funny.
So funny, right? It's so funny. I remember reading that and being like, whoa, 1300s were funny.
Yeah, I'd
So
be like,
funny
oh my
time.
god, this guy just kissed this man's crusty
His crusty ass, you didn't notice. So stupid.
Yeah, let me kiss it again.
It felt so epic, but it was written in this like crazy, really short poem style. Where it was like about leadership, like someone born into a role of leadership. It was about friendship, where he becomes friends with this wild hairy man, and then about grief, where his friend dies and he has to live with his death. And it was like, wow, people in the Sumerian age were really like concise about really wrenching things that happens in one's lifetime. You know, what's your responsibility to others? What's your relationship to the people you care about? And then how do you deal when they die? And that was like the whole poem. But it was like, oh, Gilgamesh! It's really good. I reread it recently, actually, and it's like, this is as good as I remembered it to be.
There's a reason why it's withstood the test of time.
It has withstood the test of time. I'm like, this is better than the Odyssey. I was like, I'd rather read this over everything else that we read in that class about like humanity. got the basics down. But anyway, I think that for capturing those people in the middle area to bring it all back, you really have to consider marketing, branding, and desire.
Yeah. Wow. I love talking to you. And also, it's so weird to record this because the entire time I'm like, Walter Benjamin, we cannot ignore the presence of the camera. Like, we walk, we move our bodies and contort it differently, simply knowing that something is like doing that. I mean, in the age of surveillance that we live in now, I don't necessarily think I comport myself differently, knowing that there's like a billion cameras on me. But when someone's like intentionally trying to capture my image, it's like different. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. But I'm like, oh, are we saying things differently than what we would have if we were not there? But I think we were pretty far into the conversation before I started recording.
I think at times I would remember it and I would feel like, but then I'd forget. But I'd get into it.
Yeah.